Will the Fallout 76 hate train ever stop? Hey everyone, what's up? If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button, comment if you haven't already. Please subscribe for more. The Fallout 76 hate train is real. It is active, still active, months and months and months after the game's release. Now, there are a lot more people playing the game than there were before. There are a lot more people seeming to be enjoying the game a lot more than before from when the game first came out. And that's great. There's a lot more love for 76. But the hate train really is strong. And whenever Bethesda makes any kind of mistake, for example, patch 11, they made a lot of mistakes and they did, but they released a hotfix. So what's the big deal after all? They fixed the patch that they screwed up in. But what's the issue? And I just really feel people just love hating this game. And number one, it was a mess from the start. It truly was. It was a mess. Not so much anymore. It's not nearly as bad. But the one reason why this hate train is still chugging along and still going, a lot of people didn't want this type of a game, but Bethesda did. And with the success of Fallout 4 in sales, they almost did $1 billion within a day of the game's release back in 2015. So of course they would want to capitalize on Fallout in some way, and they did this by trying something different in 76. People want Elder Scrolls 6. That's the majority of the Bethesda fans. They want Elder Scrolls 6 because of 76. It isn't happening for a couple more years, possibly 5 more years, 2024, because you have Starfield coming right before Elder Scrolls 6. So a lot of people are upset that we got 76, a game that possibly the fan base didn't want, and we have to wait for the games that we do want. And unfortunately, with not getting Elder Scrolls 6 in the near future, possibly have to wait a half a decade for that, the hate grows even more for this game. And I really do believe that. I really do. That is the reason. It's because we do not have Elder Scrolls 6 yet. And I'm afraid, a little afraid for Starfield. I really am. Because people want Elder Scrolls 6. Bethesda cannot mess up with Starfield. They can't. Now, if Starfield followed Elder Scrolls 6, completely different story. But it isn't. It's coming out before Elder Scrolls 6. And for that, I'm a little nervous for the game. I really am. Like I said, Fallout 76 is not a game that people have wanted. They did not want this kind of a Fallout game. They didn't even want a Fallout game because we just got Fallout 4 a couple of years ago. And you're giving them a game that they didn't want, and it also being a multiplayer game, a game that really this fan base doesn't really play much of. And that's why this hate train is so alive. But why, after months and months after release, why can't you accept that Bethesda is really trying their hardest to make this game into a very, very good Bethesda game? They admitted, Todd Howard admitted at E3 that they have made mistakes with this game. And he says that this game is going to turn into something much better than what it was at launch. You don't really deal with griefers anymore. You don't have to. If somebody starts attacking you in adventure mode, you do not have to go and waste your time with them. You could just completely ignore them. You don't have to agree to combat with them. So griefers, they eliminated that completely in adventure mode. If you want to deal with that, go to survival mode. So you have to agree to PvP. So PvP is not a big thing in 76. They're also adding NPCs into the game come this fall, something that the fans have been wanting. And then you have this pay to win that a lot of people do not like. But is it really pay to win? The repair kits, the scrap kits, they're just ways to make the game a bit easier and less tedious. I really don't think there's an advantage in PvP when it comes to these kits. People might be upset that Bethesda is even going this direction because maybe it could mean something worse in the future. Maybe it could mean buying new weapons in the Atomic Shop, buying ammo. I really do not think Bethesda would go that route, considering how much flack they are getting for just putting simple repair kits and scrap kits in the game. I really don't think Bethesda would go as far as buying ammo or weapons in the Atomic Shop. I highly doubt that. Now, the repair kits and scrap kits, in my opinion, are more for convenience rather than getting an edge on another human player in the world. And I'm totally okay with these kits. So many people love to hate this game, and I could see why, because this isn't the game that they have wanted. But you cannot be blind with how Bethesda is improving this game and how Bethesda is truly listening to their fans on how to improve this game. Like I said earlier, with coming out with back-to-back Fallout games, no matter if this game is going to be a multiplayer game or not, this game is going to suffer because it's not Elder Scrolls. Like I said, I'm afraid for Starfield because it's not Elder Scrolls. So any other game that BGS does release for Elder Scrolls 6, I feel sorry for them, because there is going to be some blind hate behind those games. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I would love to see what you have to say. In my opinion, I'm really enjoying 76. It's an incredibly different Fallout. It's a different experience, but honestly, it really does feel like a Fallout game, and I really do enjoy it. If you haven't played it, please do. But if you don't want to play it, don't play it. It's totally up to you. But to blindly hate on the game, that's a bit silly to me. So this hate train honestly really needs to stop. Getting a bit tired of it. So alright guys, once again, I thank you all for watching. Please hit that like button, comment if you haven't already. Please subscribe for more. More content on the way. More Bethesda content, Cyberpunk content, and other gaming related content on the way. This is Joe, signing out.